So a while back ago, there was an insane viral video going around of this like Italian heist or something like that, and this dude has a breakdown of the situation.
Sunday, February 9th, 2026.
Check
In
this
the
out.
outskirts of southern Italy, an 8-man crew of professionals box in a Battistoli armored truck and lock down the freeway. Donning body armor and AK-47s, the gunmen move in on the truck and breach its doors with explosive charges.
That's so insane,
But
bro.
within
This is
seconds,
so crazy.
the truck's interior floods with polyurethane foam, trapping the money inside, leading to an intensive manhunt and shootout with the Carabinieri.
Yo.
In recent years,
What a crazy
Italy
heist.
has seen a steady run of large-scale armored truck robberies, carried out with increasingly aggressive tactics. Across southern regions like Puglia, Campania, and Sardinia, organized crews have repeatedly targeted cash transports,
Wow.
moving along predictable highway corridors, using stolen vehicles, explosives, and coordinated roadblocks.
Damn. This is something out of a movie, bro. There is
And these
no
trucks
way.
move fixed routes and operate on tight schedules, carrying concentrated value, meaning if a crew can stop the vehicle quickly, the payoff can be enormous. Italian investigators have repeatedly noted that many of the robberies follow the same formula: stolen vehicles to block the road, rapid perimeter control, explosives to breach the transport, and multiple escape cars staged ahead of time. Between 2019 and 2023 alone, 1.6 billion euros were stolen from armored trucks in Italy, and 6 billion euros at time. Between 2019 and 2023 alone, 1.6 billion euros
Bro, what is going on in Italy? Italy's a whole ass like Italian job movie, bro, right now.
were stolen from armored trucks in
Wow.
Italy, and security companies, already feeling the pressure, adapted, such as the Battistoli Group. A leading transport company in Reggio Toscana reported its transports had been attacked 14 times in just 2 years.
Damn.
And by the mid-2020s, these robberies increasingly resembled tactical ambushes rather than traditional stick-ups. Crews blocked highways with burning vehicles, impersonated police using removable flashing lights, and used world-class firearms and explosives to dominate the scene long enough to access the cargo before authorities could stabilize the area. It was a playbook built around controlling the road for just a few minutes, because if the crew owned that window, they owned the score. And that's
Bro, this is literally military trained personnel. Like these guys are literally military trained. They probably go through like what's it called? Like training every single day. They probably train, they probably practice like situations and stuff like that. That way they can get things down. Like cuz they're fast. They're moving fast. As soon as a car stops or the vehicle stops, they're in there. Boom boom ba. Let me get this money. Let me get out of here.
the same play would appear again on December 1st of 2025 after a
Wow.
6-man crew of armed bandits implemented the same hallmark tactics by boxing in an armored truck in Reggio Calabria. The operation was described as a lightning-fast ambush, and the
Damn.
crew made out with a score of around 2 million euro. And a very similar playbook would occur once again, but this time, that crew would be put on the map. By February of 2026, an 8-man crew began surveillance on a Battistoli truck route in the outskirts of Puglia. Armored transports move on schedules, repeat the same corridors, and pass the same stretches of highway every morning. And one specific stretch of highway near Tuderano made sense. But before we get into the heist / real life GTA server, a quick word from the sponsor of today's video, Aura. To his
That's what they
sell
that's
stalkers.
that's what that crew has. Straight aura, bruh. What? What are we doing, bro?
Money, and storage. If you is offering you a tool, or check the link in the description and protect you and your family's information today. Among the
feel
men
it.
preparing for the score is 38-year-old Giuseppe Lanelli, a former Italian Special Forces operator,
Called
meaning
it.
timing, positioning, and how fast a window can close once things start moving was planned to the millisecond.
Yeah, this guy's
Around
training
Linelli,
his crew
stolen
crazy.
cars were readied, some fitted with removable emergency lights, enough to look official at a distance, enough to make a driver hesitate for a few critical seconds. Rifles were checked, explosives prepared, vehicles staged where they'll be needed. The whole plan depended on one assumption. If they can lock down that highway for a few minutes, that truck won't stand a chance. And on February 9th, at approximately 8:30 a.m., that truck rolls into their window.
Here we go. Here we go.
Before drivers could even process what was happening, additional vehicles slide into position, closing off remaining gaps and trapping everything in between. Their highway is locked down, and their Battistoli truck is now trapped exactly where they need it. Blue emergency lights flicker briefly from one of the positioned vehicles. By this point, the breaching team reaches the truck and sets the explosive charges.
Guarda,
Quick, boom, bah. Damn.
guarda.
Out of the smoke, the men move with speed and purpose. Some spread along the roadway, rifles raised, holding the perimeter and keeping civilians inside their cars. Others move directly toward the armored truck. Seconds later, the doors are breached. The crew surges forward, expecting the compartment to open and claim the score. But inside the transport, to their surprise, a very unique defensive system activates. Expanding polyurethane foam floods the interior of the truck, blocking the cash in before it can be pulled. The timeline they were
I would have been hot, bro. I just did this whole thing. These explosive cost me thousands and thousands of dollars, and you're telling me you guys put this weird foam thing in there now? Oh my god, bro. I would have been hot, bro. The money that I spent trying to get
counting
this
on
thing
collapses
together.
instantly. What was supposed to be a rapid extraction becomes a stalled breach in full view of trapped motorists already calling police. And not long after, sirens
Boom.
begin closing in from all directions, and the crew pivots to withdraw. But in the midst of breaking contact and racing toward their vehicles,
Right.
the first Carabinieri units are already pushing toward the highway through the smoke and stalled traffic. Their improvised withdrawal turns violent as gunfire cracks across the roadway during the escape between themselves and incoming police. Within minutes,
Oh my
officers
God.
swarm and secure the ambush site and reach the Battistoli transport, but the focus shifts immediately to the escape routes, where abandoned and burned vehicles begin turning up along the corridors leading along the highway, confirming the attackers had planned multiple vehicle switches to disrupt pursuit. And as the dragnet expands outward, police move on suspects linked to the operation and detain
Talk about it.
2 men.
Damn. Yo, would y'all do this? Do you guys think the money is worth it? Like, let me know. Let me know. Low key? Nah, I couldn't do it. What? Nah, I wouldn't do it. Like, I have too much of a bad luck for me to even try this type of stuff.
The search for the gunman spreads outward from the highway and into the surrounding countryside and road network. And the video captured by the bystander
That guy right there.
goes internationally viral through social and mainstream media, creating
Yeah,
the kind
man.
of heat the crew could have never anticipated. Within hours, officers locate suspects tied to the operation and detain 2 men, Giuseppe Linelli and 62-year-old Giuseppe Russo. Giuseppe Linelli and 62-year-old
62-year-old? Bro, what are we doing at 62? What? Man, you talking crazy, bro. Ain't no way my old ass would have been out there trying to commit heist. I would have looked. Imagine getting like walked up, like you're chilling, right? And out of nowhere, this guy comes and walks up to you. Hey, man, do you want to join the crew? Crew? Yeah, man, we're gonna go rob. We're gonna go start rob. Like what? What about me at 62 has the capabilities to be a major like heist, like armed robbery or so whatever. Like I'm 62, bro. Trust me. Like if I take 2 steps, bro, my ACL and my hip will go out. I don't think I'm the one.
Giuseppe Russo.
62, bro.
For investigators,
I should
the
be at a
arrest
retirement home.
what the ambush already suggested. This wasn't a spontaneous hit, but a coordinated professional job built on timing, planning, and disciplined execution.
That's
Neither
crazy.
police, nor the crew, nor armored guards were injured during the incident. And as of the date this video is published, the remaining 6 are still at large.
€1 million. But we're talking millions, so that's the crazy part, bro. Like we're talking millions. Like we are grabbing millions out of these trucks, bro. You know? So there's that piece of you where it's just like, bro, I need that. I'm gonna need that, bro. Like it's like, yo, because the way they're moving was so tactical, so on point. Unfortunately for that last part, you know what I'm saying? Well, kind of fortunately, but they're on point, like in and out, real quick, boom, bop, like within minutes. So, hey, man, it doesn't. There's like a slight like interest to it. But anyway, yeah. Again, let me know what you guys think about the situation, man. Would you do this? Would you become one of the greatest freaking armed truck robber like in GTA? Like let me know.